Hey folks, Jonny Oklahoma. Welcome back to the Jonny Oklahoma Fishing Show.
And I'm Chris Kringle. And the reason I'm Chris Kringle is today we are doing a fishing sweepstakes. You are going to get fishing gear
From us.
if you win the sweepstakes. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second.
That's right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to unpack a kit that was bought from Temu.
No, this was Amazon.
It was Amazon.
Yep.
And we're talking about a $12 kit, so not very much, but you're going to be amazed at what comes out of this little bitty box. And we're going to take this little bitty box and fill up this great big box.
Yep. So we have a credible reel tackle box that you can actually use for a long time. I've got a couple of these. They work great. We're going to fill that tackle box with everything that's in here with a set of lovely Temu brand fishing pliers. We are going to give you our two favorite baits, and we're going to rig those, show you how to do that. Put them all in here unpacked, and we are going to, if you win the sweepstakes, pack this guy up, send it straight to your door free of charge.
Free of charge.
You
no
can
cost.
pull out lures, pull out rigs, and start fishing today with the actual stuff we fish with.
That's right. How about it? Let's get to it.
Let's get to it, Johnny.
That bugger open.
Let's see what's in this. Let's open it up. All right. So we have some spinners. Got two of them.
Cool.
I'll open the
spinner bait and a buzz bait.
Yep, and I will open some of the lure packs.
You gonna
And
open them up?
why not?
Yeehaw! One of my favorite things to do.
Nobody needs all this plastic.
This is like Christmas. See what I did there?
Oh, wow. How about a chatterbait?
Love me a chatterbait.
Premium fishing tackle.
I will tell you, chatterbaits are one of the hardest lures I've had trouble with learning. But, ooh, that's cool.
Hey, I've never seen something quite like that before.
Me either. But chatterbaits, they can be a little bit challenging because they're not a normal bait. They're a jig with a blade on them. They make noise. They vibrate incredibly well. And, boy, fish just love them when you learn how to use them right and where. So there's your chatterbait right there. Now this one.
I got a shallow diver right here. Shallow diver in neon.
Ooh, look at that.
That'd be great.
Blue and black jig with the weedless bristles on the front of it. Man, that'll be handy right there.
Ooh, look at this.
I think we're gonna stick him
This
right
is
down.
trying to look
Yeah.
like a miniature rat.
Oh, no doubt. Little baby mouse.
Yep.
Heck yeah. You would not believe what a fish will eat. It is crazy.
There are YouTube videos out there of largemouth bass jumping up on the shore to eat a baby duck and jump back in the water.
Look at that frog. Got a white belly. Remember we talked about that. A white belly, a yellow belly. That's what the fish are looking for.
Lipless
Stick him
crankbait.
over
Crankbait in neon. That looks good.
I want creature baits.
Creature baits and hooks galore.
Lots
We
of
got some
hooks.
big hooks up here. We got some spinners.
I really do almost feel like a kid at Christmas.
Yeah. We're taking all your fun from you.
Oh
so
my God.
These are actually spinners you can add to existing baits.
That's a Ned Rig worm. There's two of those. There's, oh, come on, separate out there. There's a little blue crawdad. 2, 3, 4, 5 little blue crawdads. That is awesome. And a whole handful of worms. Look at that.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with those.
Oh, just kidding. That was really close. Okay. I think we're going to put these in their own individual plastic wrappers here.
Okay. Ooh,
All right.
look at that guy.
That is a nice looking crawdad right there.
Well, we got a red one identical to it.
Put the Ned rigs here.
Ooh, little itty bitty guys. I may take a bunch of these small plastics and I may throw them in a Ziploc bag. Sometimes plastics, they do have an expiration, shall we say. Sometimes they get a little crunchy. Sometimes they you get hot and they kind of start melting into each other, especially the Chinese ones. We definitely got that.
That's happened to us more times than you could imagine.
That is why we're putting this into this. This has happened 4 or 5 times. And you can't go fishing with this because that happens every time. It does a yard sale, and then you're spending your time putting everything back. And we don't want to do that. That's just not fun.
We don't.
That's not fun at all. So as we're making Christmas, we're actually going to put Johnny's 2 favorite rigs in here with you, and my 2 favorite rigs in here with you. That way, not only do you have the nice inexpensive kit from Amazon, but you've got some of the actual items that we use.
I love the Strike King Rage Swimmer. This one is white on the belly and clear with purple glitter on the top. Man, I've had the best luck with that one. When I go someplace new and I want to find fish, that's what I use. This is the same worm, only in gray, or light gray on the belly and dark gray on the back. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start with this one. And I got you 2 different hooks. I got you one with the bobble head. So the gray one is going to be weighted down a little bit toward the nose. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to hook this thing up, get it going. We're going to put this down through the darker side of the belly. I'm going to start going in through that nose. I want to get it as centered as I can. And I'm going to push it in there almost the full length right there of where the tip starts. When I get to that point, there's a slot on the belly side and the back side of this worm. And I'm going to try to come out just at the low end of the head here. So right there. Now I'm going to try to get that just perfectly in line with that slot, as you can see I've done. I've had a little practice at this.
He's done 1 or 2.
I'm going to run this worm up here to the worm head up there to the front. And then I'm going to take my hook. And I'm going to measure about where that hook's going to hook through that worm right there. And I'm going to set my thumb right on the back side of that so I know right where that hook needs to go. And I'm going to start right where that slot is on his belly. And I'm going to run it straight up through the back so it comes right up out of that slot on the other side. I came up too soon. There we go. So I bring it up, set it right in that little slot, and now I've got a worm that is weedless with a little bobble head right there. If you throw a sucker out there, it'll come down, it'll swim, that tail will cause the body to move back and forth and look like it's swimming down to the bottom, and then it'll set at the bottom and it'll just bounce across the bottom. You pull that line up a little bit, it'll pull up and it'll dive back down. Pull up, dive back down. Great bottom fishing tool right there. We're going to put that in a plastic bag. Now's the white one. This is my money maker. I've got you a great big number 5 heavy duty offset hook extra wide gap. Once again, we're going to start right in the tip of that nose. We're going to go down just about where the tip is all the way in, and then we're going to bring it out just right on the back side of the head, right in line with the slot that's on the belly. Then we're going to run it up. We're going to turn it up over the top of the hook. Now this will cover up the eyelet, and so when you go to hook it up to your line, you're going to have to pull it back a little bit, and that's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. And then once again, I'm going to take that hook. I'm going to measure where he's going to go through the belly. I'm going to put my thumb right there where it's going to go through. I'm going to start on the bottom side, right in the middle of that slot. True, just about missed it. We're going to go straight up into this top slot. And there you go. Look at that thing hanging almost straight up and down. Man, that was awesome. Love that. Once again, weedless. That was fun. That one you're going to throw it there, and instead of sinking like the other one will with the weight on it, this one's going to float more like this, and it's just going to go down a little bit at a time. And then when you bring it on, when you're bringing it in, you can just swim this straight in. You can pull up on the line. It'll come up, stop at the top, and then it'll just start floating back down. And man, the fall is what gets the fish. I don't know what it is about it, but they love it. So there's your two of them. Silver with the bobble head, white with just a straight hook.
My two, first of all, I'm a cheater. I'm going to take one of my favorite holographic stripped small square bills. So this guy likes to dive between, he'll get to 5 feet if you pull him pretty hard. But if you bring him in, kind of relax, bring him in, he'll stay between 1 foot and about 3 feet. So I'm putting that in as my favorite lure. And then my second, which is probably my favorite plastic, is this ribbit garlic flavored, and don't try it. So I'm going to try this ribbit garlic flavored frog. And the hook I use actually has the retrieve out the top, and all the weight are in the center. So what this going to do is, because the retrieve's out of the top, it's going to keep the hook side up. That way you're not digging into the dirt or grabbing too much grass. And so it's going to come out kind of between his eyes, a little bit in front of that. And then the hook's going to be coming out back here. Now there's a couple of ideas on how high you want the hook to come out. Some people say you want to barely bring it out. That way it's more weedless. But some anglers say you're going to miss a lot of bites that way. They say bring it out as high as you can, and that way you get a better opportunity for that fish to get a lip between the tip of the hook and the actual plastic. So we're going to rig it with the hook a little bit further out. I tend to be getting more hookups that way. So that's what I'm going to do here. Again, like he said, you got to stay dead straight or else the thing won't swim quite right. And the interesting thing about this is you go in through the top of the head, because as it comes out, you're going to push it back. So the weight is actually in the body. And then you pull the nose through and into the head of the frog. So that's what it's going to look like right there. Everything's good. We can put that guy in there too. You say you want to put these in a Ziploc? Should we put all three of them in the same Ziploc?
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Okay, let's do that.
Be safe to do.
Now, here's the rules of the sweepstakes. Number 1, you must be a subscriber of our channel. Number 2, you must comment on this video.
This video.
No other videos. This video. You can comment on other ones too, but if you're a subscriber and you comment, we put your name on a piece of paper. We're going to put it in one of Johnny's hats.
You got till June 30th to subscribe and comment. And on July 1st,
we
plan on making our draw.
July 1st, we will put your name and everyone else's name in a hat. We're going to pull it out. We are going to direct message you and say, what is your address? We are paying for shipping. We are paying for everything. You will get this as long as you are in the 50 United States.
That's right.
Anything outside of the United States, we've looked into. We're not allowed to do that. So we're not shipping anywhere outside of there. So if you're outside of the United States, but if you're in the 50 United States, we're going to direct message you, get your address, pack this up in a nice big cardboard box, and send it off to you. And you can get fishing for free.
Now,
completely
one
gratuitous.
last thing we're going to throw in there. This is a handy little guide. This is where Buzz and I learned everything we Sorry, I tried to say it with a straight face. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But when we opened this little bitty box, it about exploded when we first took it out because
There was so much in there.
There was so much in there that this one thing sitting on top caused the box to dang near explode.
Yep.
But this thing is full of tons and tons of information. I mean, you got knots, you got all the different lures and how to rig them up. Gives you bass tips there. Tells you where to fish on the lake, where to look for bass. It gives you different habits that bass have, what temperatures they like. Once again, more lures, more fishing tips. And man, you talk about a great little opportunity right here to learn. That's it. Going in there. I want to show you real quick.
Don't
We
tip it
went
over.
from that to this.
That's why you get one of these. Way more room. You can reach
Tackle
everything.
box.
You don't have to pull one out to get to the one underneath it. That's a real downfall of this. There's just too much stuff and too little of a package. And that keeps breaking and falling out and flying all over the place. All right. Hey, good luck. Subscribe, comment, and let's get going. Let's get you on the water.
Let's get these folks fishing, dude. Look at that. We'll see you on the water.
Catch you later.
That was good.